Welcome to the Coolidge Auditorium at the Library of Congress. Tonight is a milestone, and not just because I'm actually using notes. It's a silver milestone, and the chance to commemorate the creation of something truly extraordinary. We are honored to mark the 25th anniversary of the Veterans History Project here tonight. For a quarter of a century, this project has done something powerful and rare. It has preserved the voices of our veterans, those who raised their right hand and served the United States, not as history written about them, but as history told by them, one by one, gathered by those in their communities, those that know them, that love them. Stories they have shared of courage, of service, of sacrifice, of sisterhood and brotherhood, of lives experienced, changed, of lives saved, and in honor of those who could not be saved. And because of this work, those voices do not fade. They live here at the Library of Congress as part of the nation's enduring memory. Tonight, we celebrate not just 25 years of a program, but 25 years of intentional, purpose-laden listening and of honoring those who served. We are deeply grateful to each and every one of you for being here to share in this special moment. This evening, we begin as we should, by grounding ourselves in the symbols of our nation and borrowing from the ceremonies of those who have served and defended it. We now invite the presentation of the colors by the United States Capitol Police Honor Guard. Please rise for the presentation of colors. Thank you, and please remain standing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Forward! March and file. March.
There are powerful echoes abounding in beginning an evening like this, standing together in a moment of reflection, respect, and unified purpose. As we continue this evening in the celebration of this 25th anniversary, we are reminded that the stories we preserve are not distant history. They are, in fact, lived experience, told from the perspectives of those who witness and whose actions directly contribute to our national collective history. Whether from a desk, poring over budgets and logistics, or ensuring spiritual counsel of all of our service members, or at the front lines. Their stories are full of the quiet heroics of every day, triumphs, and by hearing them, we understand the truths of service and sacrifice at every level and type of military service. Tonight, we are especially honored to be joined by an artist whose voice carries those same truths with authenticity and heart. He has long been a powerful storyteller in his own right, someone who understands service, understands sacrifice, and remembrance. It is my privilege to welcome Trace Adkins, who will now perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mr. Adkins. What a powerful beginning to an extraordinary night and a fitting reminder of what this evening represents. That moment reminds us that what we are celebrating tonight is more than preservation. It is presence. It is memory brought vividly to life in this room and through every voice in the Veterans History Project collection in the archive of American folk culture. Together, here at the library, we are entrusted with safeguarding the story of this nation, and few parts of that story are more personal, more human, or more enduring than the voices of our veterans. It is now my honor to introduce, and soon we'll let you sit, I promise, House Chaplain Margaret Kibben. She is the 62nd chaplain elected on January 3rd, 2021 as the House Chaplain of the United States House of Representatives. Rear Admiral Kibben served over 30 years in the United States Navy, completing her career as the U.S. Navy's 26th Chief of Chaplains. Her career spans both Navy and Marine Corps assignments, serving both ashore, at sea, and abroad. She received both her Master of Divinity and her Doctor of Ministry from Princeton Theological Seminary and holds a master's degree in National Security and Strategic Studies from the Naval War College. She currently teaches a course on religion and diplomacy for Arizona State University. She is married to Lieutenant Colonel Timothy J. Kibben, USMC retired. Chaplain Kibben.
Thank you so very much for allowing me to be a part of this ceremony, to be a part of your company and to recognize those who have served our country in such a remarkable way. Tonight, we honor not only the preservation of memories archived for future research projects or history buffs, but the capturing of individual experiences and their weaving into the larger American narrative. Those whose stories are preserved here give enduring witness to Admiral William Halsey Jr.'s assertion that there are no extraordinary people, just extraordinary circumstances that ordinary men and women are forced to confront. Though I respectfully might push back a bit on Bull Halsey's generalization, there are indeed many extraordinary people who have served this country. What we celebrate this evening and what the Veterans History Project has committed itself to over these last 25 years is ensuring that these stories, be they ordinary or extraordinary, are recorded and remembered. As a veteran and as a military chaplain who served the Navy and Marine Corps for 35 years, I am keenly aware of the vast and various accounts of military service that are easily overlooked, yet which need to be told. And these are more than war stories or old yarns. They are the spoken and unspoken realities of what it means to stand in defense of all that we love: family, freedom, and nation, against all that threatens to undo us as individuals, communities, and as a people. To hear these stories is not only to honor their service, but to receive the lessons learned, the counsel, the wisdom entrusted to future generations, so that those who stand the watch tonight and in years to come will not feel alone in their sacrifice. To listen, to record, and to preserve and share these stories is itself an act of honor on the part of those with the Library of Congress and the Veterans History Project, who have made it their work to give careful attention to the voices, the individual experiences, and the details that might otherwise be lost if no one chose to hold on to them. So to those who have planned, executed, and ensured that what matters is not forgotten once the moment has passed, on behalf of those veterans whose memories and experiences and sacrifice you have preserved and will to come, you have given them voice, and for that, we thank you. Would you pray with me? Eternal God, you are the one who holds our past, our present, and our future in your hands. Be present among us tonight and bless those who have taken into their hands the responsibility to record and preserve the stories of the men and women of every generation who have worn the cloth of this nation. Many, without fuss or fanfare, but often at great personal cost, have stood in the gap to defend the things we most value: freedom, peace, family, and hope, against that which has threatened to undo these things. Bless the memory of those who have died in service to this country, and uphold those who still carry the memories of their own service. May the work of this Veterans History Project and our own willingness to listen well serve to lift the burdens of those who are weary, honor the cost so many have paid for our freedom, and give voice to the extraordinary circumstances ordinary men and women, our sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, neighbors and friends have confronted in defense of this nation. And may what is preserved here not simply inform future generations, but may it inspire in us a deeper gratitude, a greater humility, and a renewed commitment to one another and to these United States. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
I promised we would let you sit. Thank you, Chaplain Kibben, for those inspiring thoughts. I'm taking a moment to do what we call in oral history the informed pause as we let some folks take their seats. The next individual actually needs no introduction to this room this evening. Long a champion of the Veterans History Project since its inception and his time with the Congressional Research Service, it's actually my particular pleasure to welcome Acting Librarian Robert Randolph Newland to share some remarks with us.
Well, I can't compete with the music, but I'll do my best. Monica, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. It's a privilege, truly, to be with you tonight as we commemorate the 25th anniversary of the Veterans History Project. The Library of Congress is America's library and the world's largest library. Its holdings now at more than 181 million items and ever growing represent perhaps the greatest collection of knowledge ever assembled. Each year, thousands of visitors enjoy our historic buildings, engaging events and exhibits, and millions of people connect with us to learn and be inspired. I often like to say that the Library of Congress is the best gift the Congress ever gave to the American people. There is no institution on earth quite like it. That's why it's no surprise that 25 years ago, the United States Congress unanimously established another gift to the people here in our nation's library, the Veterans History Project. As the authorizing legislation notes, and I'm going to read directly from the legislation, Congress recognized that oral histories are of immeasurable value and that America's military veterans possess an invaluable resource in their memories, and that they can provide a rich history of our nation and its people through the retelling of these memories. Furthermore, they believed that the Library of Congress, as the nation's oldest federal cultural institution and largest and most inclusive library in human history, is an appropriate repository to collect, preserve, and make available to the public an archive of these oral histories. Unified in a simple but profound belief that the voices of all veterans who serve for the United States deserve and need to be heard, Congress tasked the American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress with collecting and preserving these unique firsthand narratives so that Americans of all current and future generations may hear directly from veterans and better appreciate the realities of service and the sacrifices made by those who served in uniform. What has grown from that belief is nothing short of extraordinary. The Veterans History Project is now one of the nation's most significant oral history collections with over 122,000 individual narratives spanning generations, conflicts, every branch of service, type of duty, and from every corner of our nation. But more important than these distinguishing superlatives are the narratives themselves. These are not just records of history. They are moments of humanity. They are stories of fear and courage, of loss and resilience, of laughter in the barracks, letters home, friendships forged in impossible times and perhaps more impossible circumstances. They are used every single day by students discovering history for the first time, by researchers seeking reality and truth, members of Congress lifting up the words and experiences of their community's veterans, by makers of all kinds, authors, documentarians, muralists, and choreographers, and by families holding on to the voices of those they love, ensuring those messages and that heritage is felt and heard long into the future. Veterans History Project is what it is today thanks to many organizations and institutions that have given support through myriad ways. There are literally hundreds across the country, such as chapters of the American Legion and Daughters of the American Revolution, schools like Cactus Shadows High in Arizona and Eastern Lebanon County in Pennsylvania, colleges and universities like Clemson, affinity and neighborhood organizations, all too numerous to name. There is, however, one organization that ensured 25 years ago that the library would be in a financial position to take on this great and compelling idea, and with people all across the country, activate that belief into the living archive it has become. We are grateful for the foundational gift and years of participation and support of AARP. That gift began an over 2-decade relationship that has elevated the knowledge of the Veterans History Project through communications efforts nationally and locally throughout the country's chapter participation. A gracious, originating investment that will pay dividends for unseen generations into the future. And I just want to personally thank AARP, who has been the most amazing friend to the library. I often refer to them as the Rock of Gibraltar. And if anyone is here from AARP, and I think they are, would you please stand so we can recognize you? I also especially want to thank Monica Mohindra and her team and all the predecessors like Bob Patrick. Bob, would you stand and be recognized? For their tireless efforts over the past 25 years to make the Veterans History Project so successful and meaningful an endeavor. Monica, it is such a pleasure and honor to work with you. When we talk about staff being the greatest resource of the Library of Congress, you are a shining example, and I am so privileged to work with you, and I want to give you my applause. And of course, truly, none of this happens without the veterans who so generously share their stories, as well as the families, friends, and community participants who help carry this mission forward by gathering their veterans' stories and donating them to the nation through the Library of Congress. Tonight, we honor all of them and all of you. As we celebrate 25 years, we also look ahead with gratitude, responsibility, and determination to ensure these voices continue to be preserved for generations to come. Thank you.
That's not fair. I would like to try again to welcome the Strolling Strings. Let's go for take 2 on this, and let's make sure I get it in the right order this time. I will start with the Strolling Strings. Bring that spirit that we've been talking about tonight to life through music that moves like echoes through space and memory itself, lifting us upward, opening our minds and reminding us of the quiet beauty, you'll get why I'm saying all this schmaltzy stuff, that can exist just beyond the present moment. Please join me in welcoming them back, the United States Air Force Strolling Strings. As you've seen, this evening we are celebrating enduring relationships and welcoming new friends. I'm proud to say that one of my friends is U.S. Army Colonel Robert Bob Patrick, U.S. Army retired. A 28-year career in the Army saw him in various leadership positions overseas and domestically. And I just learned this evening, as we were talking with our new chief of the music division, who was in the Army band, a veteran also, that Bob Patrick was also the deputy chief of the Army band. All these years I've known him, and I never knew that. You may know him from his 10 years, the longest-serving director of the Veterans History Project from 2006 to 2016. Please join me in welcoming Bob Patrick.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be back in the Coolidge Auditorium making a presentation, as I had in the past. It's a privilege to return and stand with the Library of Congress and the Veterans History Project on this extraordinary evening. 25 years is more than a milestone. It is a legacy. As you have witnessed, it is a legacy built on the belief that every veteran's story matters, and that those stories deserve to be carried forward, not just remembered. Through engaging with the Veterans History Project, we honor service, preserve legacy, and strengthen the bonds between generations. Because when we listen to veterans, we do more than learn history. We understand sacrifice, we understand resilience, we understand what it means to serve, something greater than oneself. Tonight, we are reminded that some stories are spoken and some are sung. And when they are sung with truth, they stay with us forever. It's my profound honor to introduce an artist who we've already heard from this evening, who brings those truths to life with heart, honesty, and respect. Please welcome Trace Adkins and the U.S. Air Force Strings performing Arlington.
Y'all aren't going to walk around while I'm singing, are you? We didn't rehearse that. Might make me nervous. I just wanted to say something about this song before I do it. This song means so much to me. It always has. I'm very respectful of this particular piece of music. I get requests to do it a lot at some of my shows, and I don't do it because I have too much reverence and respect for this song, and I won't do it for drunks. I only do it at certain times of the year. Memorial Day is one of those times, and certain events, I'll do this song when I know the audience is going to be respectful and listen to this song the same way that I listen to it. It means that much to me, and so I just wanted to tell you this song came to me from a friend of mine. His name was Dave Turnbull. His name is Dave Turnbull. And Dave had written a couple of hit songs, and his mother lived in Arlington, Virginia, and she had come to Nashville to visit. And Dave wanted to buy her a new car because he'd written a couple of big hits and he had some money to spend, so he was going to buy Mama a new car. So they went to the dealership and they were test driving a car, and the salesman was sitting in the back seat, and he was just making conversation with Dave's mother and asking her where she was from, and she told him that she was from Arlington, and he said, I have a son in Arlington, and that's when he told them the story about his son, Lance Corporal Patrick Nixon, who sacrificed for all of us in Afghanistan. And he told them the story of how this man's name was David Nixon. His father was a Marine. He was a Marine. His son was a Marine. It was just a family business. And he told Dave the story. After which, Dave went home and wrote this song. He played it for me, and I fell in love with it immediately and recorded it. But before I was going to release this song, I wanted the blessing of the family. And he said, I don't know that guy. And I said, well, we're going to find him. And so we went and found Mr. Nixon, and his whole family came down, and I played the song for him. And I said, I'm not going to release this song unless it's with your blessing, because it's from the story that you told, you know. So this song has always got to be friends with him. He's just a great family, and I love this song, and I hope it touches you the way it does me. This is Arlington. I never thought that this is where I'd settle down. I thought I'd die an old man back in my hometown. They gave me this plot of land, me and some other men, for a job well done. There's a big white house, it's on a hill just up the road. The man inside, he cried the day they brought me home. They folded up a flag and told my mom and dad, we're proud of your son. And I'm proud to be on this peaceful piece of property. I'm on sacred ground and I'm in the best of company. I'm thankful for those, thankful for the things I've done. And I can rest in peace. I'm one of the chosen ones. I made it to Arlington. I remember Daddy brought me here when I was 8. We searched all day to find out where my granddad lay. And when we finally found that cross, he said, son, this is what it costs to keep us free. Now here I am, 1,000 stones away from him. He recognized me on the first day I came in, and it gave me a chill when he clicked his heels and saluted me. And I'm proud to be on this peaceful piece of property. I'm on sacred ground and I'm in the best of company. And I'm thankful for those, thankful for the things I've done. And I can rest in peace. I'm one of the chosen ones. I made it to Arlington. And every time I hear 21 guns, I know they brought another hero home to us. We're thankful for those things. For the things we've done, we can rest in peace, 'cause we are the chosen ones. We made it to Arlington. Yeah, dust to dust, don't cry for us, 'cause we made it to Arlington. Thank you very much.
The heart and soul of the Veterans History Project, as you have heard, is the veterans and the participants who make it happen. But the fascia and the bones and everything that holds it together, the glue, is thanks to the leadership of the Library of Congress. People like Robert Newland and Robin Dale, Jennifer Meehan, Nikki Saylor, Hannah Summers. My deepest gratitude for your fountains of support. And of course, the staff of the Veterans History Project. There's 25, so I'm not going to go through the names, but I have to thank Rachel Mears, and I have to thank Travis Bickford, Carrie Ward, Owen Rogers, Andrew Huber, so many. The staff of the library. We often think the Veterans History Project belongs to each of us, and it does. And so in the Veterans History Project, we can sometimes think, oh, it's our staff, but it's actually the staff of the entire library. And you own the Veterans History Project, so thank you to you. Please now enjoy our 25 original collections of that heart and soul. We have curators, many of them, so that you can have individual conversations looking at the extraordinary collections that we've chosen to represent the 25 years. And a festive reception upstairs. There's a signature non-alcoholic and alcoholic cocktail. I hope you'll join us for that. Those items are just on the mezzanine. Please take just a minute. I know some of you are having to get to other events, but if you would stop and see those, that's really our purpose here tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us.